All right, it all started with a lipstick. Well, almost. 20 years ago, Bobbi Brown began selling a small line of lipsticks at Bergdorf Goodman right here in New York City. Now, today, her namesake brand sells 20 million products a year at least. Bobbi Brown is also a New York Times best-selling author of beauty and lifestyle books. Bobbi Brown, welcome to Bloomberg. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations, 20 years ago.
20 years, it's a blur.
How did you come up with the idea to start a cosmetics line? What was the genesis?
I was a makeup artist before I decided to have a cosmetics company, and I was really unhappy with the products that were on the market. They were unflattering, they didn't look good on anyone's skin, and my style of makeup was enhancing a natural look on women, and you couldn't buy makeup to do that.
Well, when you talk about a natural look, don't most women put makeup on using unnatural lighting?
No, but you have a choice to wear makeup that enhances your natural skin color, eye color, bring out your eyes, or wear makeup that's the wrong color for your skin and it looks artificial. So I think I was the queen of natural makeup.
The natural makeup. And
yes.
What about testing it? I mean, should people go outside and see what it looks like in natural light?
You should put on your makeup in good light, and you should certainly make decisions on what you buy in good light. I always tell people to go over to the daylight when you're at a cosmetics counter and make sure you like it.
Now, talk about Bobbi Brown, the company. You sold it to Estee Lauder.
Yes.
Lots of big distribution
15
as a
years
result
ago.
of that.
Mm-hmm.
What's been the change in the business? Obviously, much bigger.
It has grown, and I could not have gotten the business as big as it is today by myself. And the reason I sold the company is it was very important for me to be a good wife and a good mom to my 3 kids. And Estee Lauder was the company that was going to allow me to live my life, do what I'm really good at, which is creative and not the things I'm not good at. And it's really been a happy marriage.
Now, I mentioned, of course, best-selling author, for example. What about using the media and being in the media eye spotlight as an entrepreneur, particularly when it relates to cosmetics? I mean, for example, I understand, you were on the Today Show a lot.
I'm the beauty editor of the Today Show, and I've been doing that for about 10 years, and that's been amazing, and that's really helped the business grow. And now, social media, we have our own blog called Everything Bobbi, and it's actually really fun. So the social media thing is happening, so quickly, and again, because I have teenagers, I've kind of followed what's happening, and now I have a lot of really cool young people that work for me that really help with the social media.
Tell me what some of the mistakes are that women make when it comes to cosmetics in terms of how they decide what to buy and what to use.
Well, I think women are either afraid of foundation and choose a foundation that changes the color of the skin. You have to choose a foundation that enhances your skin and doesn't look like makeup. Has to be yellow tone. The most important product a woman could use is concealer and corrector to put under her eye so she doesn't look tired.
All right, and you've got some ideas on how to make yourself look fresh and rested even at the end of the day.
Easy, really easy. It's moisturizer, skincare is really important, it's concealer, corrector, it's blush, and sometimes you have to touch up your blush, but we also make this amazing long wear eyeshadow and eyeliner that stays on all day. Most of us women are doing a lot, and we need to do things quick, and we need to look good, and we need to not worry about and look in the mirror all day long.
All right, we're going to continue the conversation. I want to find out a little bit more about your health regimen as well. All right, there she is, making people look beautiful. This is Taking Stock on Bloomberg. I'm Pimm Fox. We're talking about the business of beauty with Bobbi Brown. She founded her namesake cosmetics line 2 decades ago. It went by pretty quickly, didn't it?
Pretty quickly.
Now, I asked you during the break, was there ever a moment when you didn't think it was all going to work?
Probably once or twice for about 15 minutes, and then I always assume things are going to work out. And if one door closes, I'll find a window to come in. That's an entrepreneur.
Did you feel at those points that, you just couldn't let other people down, or what was the vision?
No, it was mostly the time when I had young kids. Now I have 2 kids in college, and how was I going to, do my job and travel and be a mom and do everything? And that was a little overwhelming, but, I seem to have overcome it.
Now, we were talking about the 20 million units that Bobbi Brown moves every year.
Right.
What kind of innovations are you planning? Because I got to imagine that there are people who would love to have a piece of your success.
Right. Well, I think the biggest problem I have is I have a plethora of ideas. They just come to me usually when I'm exercising, when I'm on the treadmill or at a spinning class, and I come in with all these ideas, and I think sometimes I overwhelm my team. So, the good thing about having a team is you get to throw out ideas, and they say, great, great, not so good.
You've got a new campaign now having to do with beauty.
I do. It's called Pretty Powerful, and Pretty Powerful is that I believe all women are pretty without makeup, but with makeup we're pretty powerful because we can feel good and we can do anything.
Talk about the kinds of models and the kinds of images that are thrust on all women that are then told this is what you're supposed to look like in order to be beautiful.
Right. I think it's really hard for women and young girls to see the girls that are in the media, you know, from the girls on the red carpet, the actresses on the red carpet, and I call them girls because often they are, to the models in the campaigns. And some of the campaigns out there are so overly retouched, and I don't think it's really authentic. It's important for me. You know, integrity is really important. Honesty is important, telling the truth, so I always want to make sure that whatever I do is transparent, and I educate, I empower women, and I think, you know, for me it's pretty simple.
And it's not just cosmetics, because you've got a health routine, right?
I do. You know, we also have skincare and fragrance, but I am also one of the co-owners of a gym because I really believe in fitness and feeling good about yourself. And the better you feel, the better that you have energy to do what you need to do.
I want to thank you very much. Bobbi Brown, the founder of Bobbi Brown. Congratulations, 20
Thanks for
years.
having me.
Appreciate it.